Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Johnston here, and we are going to apply what we learned about the life cycle of a plant. Remember that we heard, like all living things, plants live according to a life cycle. A life cycle includes the stages and changes that happen in living things. I want you to say the word cycle aloud with me. Cycle. Cycle is a repeated series of events or things that will happen over again in a particular order. The life cycle of a chicken begins with an egg. The egg hatches. The chicken is a chick, and then it grows to be a mature chicken. So we are going to do a drawing activity to talk about the life cycle of a plant. You are going to take a piece of paper and you're going to fold it in three. So I'm going to fold it in a third, then I'm going to fold it in a third the other way. And they don't have to be exact, just so that you have three pieces. And since this one is smaller, I'm going to start with my first drawing here. So when we draw, what part of the life cycle does a plant start out as? Did you say that the plant starts out as seeds? So on my paper, I am drawing some seeds. I drew some seeds. This is the first step in the life cycle of a plant. What happens to those seeds? Oh, did you say those seeds begin to sprout? So I drew some soil because I know that the seed is planted down in the ground. So I'm going to draw my seed down in the ground. And I know that it's going to break and it's going to start having roots that come off the bottom and sprout down into the ground, and that it also is going to have a stem that's going to start to come out of the ground with leaves because it has to make photosynthesis so that my sapling can start to grow. So my first part of my life cycle is the seeds. Then my seed sprouts, my sapling starts to come up, and my roots are down in the ground. And now, what is the last part? What happens to the plant as it starts to mature? What are things that I start to see happen to my plant? So once again, I need to draw the roots underneath the ground. And I'm changing my color to show my roots. My roots are kind of whitish underground, but I'm making and using a gray so that you can see my roots more clearly. My stem on my plant is now taller, and I've probably got more leaves on my plant so that my plant is making more food for itself through photosynthesis. Can you say that word with me? Photosynthesis. And since we used a sunflower in our story, that is the flower that I'm going to use to make as my plant. So right now I'm drawing the blossoms or the petals on my sunflower. And my sunflower is kind of a yellowish, orangish color. And inside the center of my sunflower are what? Did you say on the inside are seeds? That's right. Those seeds grow on the center. So I'm drawing some seeds in the center of my sunflower. And when I'm through with my drawing, I'll show you this part. Because my flower is a bigger part, it took a little longer to draw. So I just completed the life cycle. The life cycle of a plant starts out with seeds. That seed sprouts, my roots go deeper into the ground, and my sapling starts to come out through the ground. And my mature plant, I now have even longer and more roots. My stem is taller. I have more leaves to produce food, and I have the petals, and I have the seeds inside the center of the flower. So you are going to recreate the life cycle of a plant today. I look forward to seeing those drawings and hearing you explain the life cycle of a plant to Mrs. Johnston.